So this is Adam. I want to give you a brief description or tutorial or video directions, I guess, on your Project 1, Aping the Tune. The idea here is that we're going to take a song that we like, one of your favorite songs, one of your songs from your iTunes library, and what we're going to do is we're going to get the lyrics. We can find them online usually, and we are going to rewrite the lyrics. And we're going to use the form, the syllable count, the structure of the song that we picked as a template for writing our new lyrics. This is a great way. This is something that a lot of people do in the industry. It's almost like covering a song, but there's so much that you can learn from this by doing that. It's almost like being in a cover band and learning other people's songs, and you start really understanding how some of this works, why it's successful, and you learn a lot about song form and chord changes, syllable count, why things are written the way they're written, and it also is going to help get you into writing mode and writing lyrics right off the bat. So you will find in FSO, you're going to find directions, a PDF form, and in the PDF there is an example of doing exactly that. Okay, and step-by-step directions. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you an example and sort of the process of going about this. So let's say we picked a song, and I'm going to use a previous student, Juan's project. He picked a Gloria Estefan song called Reach. So I went online and Googled Gloria Estefan, and you know that she's quite popular and it's pretty easy to find songs by her. And I typed in lyrics and went to lyrics.com, typed it in there as well, and then sure enough found Reach. So feel free to use lyrics if you find them online like this. One thing that's very important is that you need to give credit in your project. You need to do that with everything that you're doing this month. Okay, so this is written by Estefan, Gloria, and Diane Warren. Very, very famous songwriter. As a matter of fact, I brought her up here real quick. She has written so many songs you just would not believe. She's one of the most famous songwriters in the world. So I encourage you to actually check her out and look at some of the stuff that she's done, and you would be shocked at how many popular songs and how many songs you know out there that she's actually written. So you can feel free to copy the lyrics if you find them like this. They should, especially in lyrics.com, should have the publishing and the writers in there. We have to have that in our assignment for everything, or you're going to lose quite a few points for that. We want you to understand about that because those are the people getting paid. Writer's credit is so important, and giving credit where credit is due is so important. So let's take a look at the assignment. So let's say we got those lyrics and we pasted them in here. So Juan has for us everything up here, the artist, the songwriters, and published by. So we want to see this. This is very important. This is what you're dealing with in songwriting. So get used to this. Get used to this in our world. All right, so we want that on here. Obviously, you should have your name in here as well, and he did. I just sort of took it off to help protect his name just a little bit there. We have Reach, and it's broken out in the song form. We have verse, chorus, bridge, outro. It needs to be. Even if you go onto lyrics and you don't see it here, you are going to lose points, and this doesn't have it broke out, although it has breaks in between the lines and the sections, which should be the song sections. If you don't have this marked out with chorus, verse, chorus, bridge, etc., you are going to lose points. So once you have that in there, we want you to go in and look at the lyrics and pull out 3 poetic devices from these lyrics. 3 poetic devices that we talked about from lecture. It can be other ones as well, but the ones that we talked about in lecture are the most common poetic devices that you find in songwriting. So here we have, he pulled up point of view. It's first person. Yes, it is. This song is written in first person. You will find probably 99% of the songs out there, 95% maybe, are all written in first person. That is the most common point of view used in songwriting. He found a hyperbole. Those days we rise above the stars. Okay, we can't actually rise above the stars, so that's an exaggeration. That's a hyperbole. And then put it all on the line is an analogy. It actually comes from a military thing back in the day. Put it on the line. Put them on the line. Ooh, scary. So in the lyrics that you find, you're going to look for 3 poetic devices and put them at the bottom of that. Then, next, what you're going to do is you're going to rewrite the lyrics in the same form and syllable count as well. So one thing that's not on here, and I actually removed it because I wanted to show you, is the syllable count. So what you should do first is go to your original and count out the syllables, and at the end of the lines, you should put them in. So I always use my fingers. You can't see me using my fingers, but we're going to do the first line. Some dreams live on in time forever. That's 9 syllables. We want you to see this in lyrics, how many syllables are being used. And it always depends on the song, and it really, really depends a lot on the singer. Let's do the next line. Those dreams you want all your heart. Okay, we've got 7. Let's just go ahead and do a couple more. And I'll do whatever it takes. 8. Follow through with the promise I made. 9. Tell you what, let's just do the whole first verse here. Put it all on the line. 6. Very interesting. You see how the syllable count is different? You don't always have to have everything perfect, but it's a good place to start with by having the syllables pretty much matched through the lines. Doesn't have to be like that. What I hoped for at last would be mine. Another 9. So most of them are 9 in this one. Okay, so let's now see how Juan did by trying to keep the syllable count the same in his. So we have 9, 7, 8. We'll just try to remember that. 9, 7, 8. And let's just put those here. We're going to put 9, 7, and 8, just so we remember. So I remember. So let's count it. One time I as walked through our campus. 9. One time I was. I think he had a misspelled word there. That happens. So watch your spelling, guys, and everything when you're doing this stuff. One time I was walking through our campus. Okay, so let's fix a couple things here. This happens when you translate sometimes. I like having this happen when I'm doing some of these assignments so that you see some things and why grammar is important. And sometimes, especially if you're going from English not being your main language, things get a little confusing, so you got to check these. So here, let's check. One time I was walking through our campus. So 10. Awfully close. I saw what seemed to be black smoke. He's got 8 there, so he actually has 1 extra. That's okay. And I ran to see what it was. 8. Okay, so very, very close. So what you want to do is you want to try to keep the same syllable count, the same song form, the structure of the original, okay, as you're writing. So one thing that you want to have in here too is also your concept, your title. So our title is Fire, so his title is Fire here. And then you're also going to pull out 3 poetic devices in your own lyrics. So here he has a metaphor, burst the fire of your feet. Personification, the day gave birth to a new dance. Personification is make a day can't give birth, right? And then irony, because this fire doesn't burn. Absolutely brilliant poetic devices. Make sure that you have your concept as well. Having your concept in your lyrics is going to help you stay focused and know what you're writing about. One thing that can help you as well is to write a little tiny outline. So there you go. Find another song, get the lyrics, pull out Poetic Devices, then rewrite it, find a new title and a new concept for it, rewrite it using the same basic syllable count, the same song form and structure. So almost as if you had an instrumental version of that music and you were rewriting the lyrics to go on top of it. Have fun with it. This is a great way to get you started writing lyrics.